This video is brought to you by WeGotSoccer.com, offering all the latest soccer gear at everyday low prices. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for 10% off any order. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, and today I wanted to talk about and compare some of the options that you have as far as modern kangaroo leather soccer shoes are concerned. If you know anything about soccer shoes, you've probably heard of kangaroo leather as one of the most preferred upper materials for a soccer shoe. And the reason for that is because a lot of the classic shoes that we remember, the Adidas Copa Mundials, the Predators, the Puma Kings, all of these really classic shoes all use kangaroo leather uppers. If we go back 20 years, even 10 years, most of the top-end shoes from Nike, Adidas, Puma, all of these really high-end soccer shoe companies, all of their top-end shoes, like I said, were using kangaroo leather uppers. And it wasn't up until very, very recently that synthetics kind of jumped into the market, and since then have really picked up as far as quality is concerned and have kind of taken over. That's why we're seeing less and less kangaroo leather on most modern top-end soccer shoes. That's not to say that the synthetics are not very, very good. It's just to say that we're seeing less and less kangaroo leather, and some people are a little bit kind of disgruntled about that. But like I said, the synthetics are definitely getting better, and it's hard to argue against some of the synthetics currently out there on the market. But as far as kangaroo leather soccer shoes are concerned, the reason why kangaroo leather is kind of considered the most premium material on the market is because it is really, really soft. It offers a nice amount of stretch to it and allows for a really nice molded fit to the foot, and also has an extremely soft touch on the ball, which is very, very important, and part of the main reason why I personally prefer natural leather materials over some of the synthetics out there on the market. Again, that's not to say that there aren't very, very good synthetics out there, because there are. I just personally prefer leather shoes just based on feel, and that's really how you have to look at it. If you've never tried a leather shoe before, I highly recommend doing so, and if you've never tried a synthetic shoe on the market, I recommend doing so as well, because you really have to try different things to kind of develop your own personal preferences, because you might actually be surprised at what you do like after you have given everything a try, or all the different styles a try. When it comes to kangaroo leather shoes though, most people kind of think of old school designs, and kangaroo leather shoes, as far as what exactly is old school out there on the market, there's not all that much. You have your Copas, you have your Puma Kings, but everything else out there is kind of a little bit more modern as far as I'm concerned, and I'm kind of going to show you some of the options that you have out there, what I think is really, really good, and just give you kind of a tour of some of the kangaroo leather shoes currently out there on the market. Go ahead and leave the video a like, it would be greatly appreciated. And if there was a shoe that I didn't include in the video that you would like some more information about, go ahead and click the link in the description to SoccerReviewsForYou.com. You're going to find reviews for pretty much all of the latest soccer shoes on the market, including every single soccer shoe that you will see in this video. And that's really where you're going to get the details as far as how these shoes fit, feel, and perform. But as far as what I have in front of me today, I'll kind of go through a couple different shoes here, but this is kind of the big three. This is the Nike, the Puma, and Adidas, and these are, like I said, probably the three most popular soccer shoe brands on the market. And here I have the Nike Tiempo Legend 4. This is kind of Nike's modern take on a classic shoe. Obviously, this is probably going to be one of the more traditional designs that we've seen. And like I said, you have that kangaroo leather upper all the way around the forefoot area of the shoe. And then the midfoot is a Kangalite material. It flows really, really nicely. The upper is really good quality as far as softness is concerned. And this particular version does feature ACC. So you have kind of a wet control grip element on here. And it basically doesn't allow water to kind of sit on the upper, so you have a little bit better friction on the ball when playing in wet conditions. So I really do like that, and like I said, it adds that little bit of a modern touch to an otherwise classic design. Obviously here I have the Puma King Finale SL, and this is the ultra lightweight version of the very classic Puma King Finale. This features, again, a kangaroo leather upper here, probably the thinnest kangaroo leather upper on the market. It's extremely, really, really thin. It really does offer almost like a synthetic feel on the ball, but you still have that nice softness of leather, which is why this shoe is so nice. You really need to give this a try. If you want something that's a little bit more classic, but still want something very, very lightweight and want that kangaroo leather feel, this is definitely a good option for you. As far as what I have here, this is the Puma Evo Speed 1K, and this is the kangaroo leather version of their speed boot. We are seeing synthetics and leather offerings as far as lightweight speed boots are concerned. For example, the F50 Adizero, but this is the only one that we've seen as far as kangaroo leather options are concerned. Normally there's a synthetic version and then like a full grain leather version, but this one's actually kangaroo leather, and what you get here is actually pretty good. The thickness of the leather is more along the lines of a traditional shoe, and you're going to get a really nice soft touch on the ball, which is really, really important. But of course, like most of the kangaroo leather shoes I'm going to be showing here, they do not feature a full leather upper. You have the leather forefoot, but it cuts off right here at the Puma logo on both sides, and that turns into a synthetic material, so just keep that in mind. The last option I have here is the Adidas Adipure 11 Pro SL, and this is again this super light version of the kangaroo leather shoe. If you want something a little bit more lightweight, these three options are going to be very, very solid for you. Just keep in mind that this is kind of an unbalanced shoe as far as I'm concerned. You have this super thin sprint skin midfoot here, very, very thin. You can see my finger running through here. There's no padding there at all. Then you go to a very thickly padded kangaroo leather forefoot area, and then you have a full leather tongue as well. So again, lots of different options from the big three brands, but they might not necessarily be the best options on the market. So stay tuned and I'll show you a couple different more shoes. Alright, the next four shoes I'm going to show you are from some of the less popular brands out there. They're definitely not Nike, Puma, and Adidas. And that is some Diadora shoes, an Umbro shoe, and a Mizuno shoe. Like I said, I'm not showing everything in this video. There definitely are other options, but this is what I want to showcase today. As far as Diadora shoes are concerned, personally, I believe that they're producing some of the best quality kangaroo leather soccer shoes on the market. And that's mainly because you're getting a lot of leather when you buy these shoes. This particular model is a DD11K, and it features a kangaroo leather upper that spans the entire foot. So you have an upper that runs all the way here from the outside, all the way on the forefoot and toe box area, and then all the way up the instep again. And that is all kangaroo leather. So your foot is completely wrapped. And like I said, the quality of leather on here is really, really great. It has a good thickness to it. And for wider footed players, the DD11K is a really great option. If you haven't gone and checked out the review on my website, I highly recommend doing so. The Diadora Americana is definitely a shoe that you guys have probably heard me talk about, especially if you are a long-time subscriber. This is a shoe that I recommended, not only because it's a really great shoe, but it's also a really good price point. You can generally get these for under $100, sometimes as low as $60, $70. Really great prices. If you want to check out the super deals section on my website, there'll be a link in the description of that as well. And you're going to find all these shoes at really low prices. So if you are interested in a pair, you can go ahead and check that out. But as far as the Americana is concerned, it features a really nice thick leather upper. Again, kangaroo leather, all the way around the forefoot, all the way around the midfoot and outside of the foot. And you have that really soft touch on the ball. There's a little bit of gripping elements on here, but because of how the lacing system designed, you have a really flat surface. And like I said, it just offers an extremely nice touch on the ball. And if you've never worn a kangaroo leather shoe and you want to try it out, but don't want to spend too much money, the Americana is a very good option for you to go for. As far as the next shoe I have here, this is the Umbro Speciale 3 Pro. And this is kind of a slightly cheaper version, or slightly cheaper shoe that I would compare very much to the Tiempo Legend 4. Obviously you have a full kangaroo leather upper here again. Very good quality. It's not as soft from right out of the box, but once you give the shoe a couple hours to break in and soften up, stretch out a little bit, you have a very, very good touch on the ball because of this nice quality kangaroo leather upper. Also a very, very durable shoe, and again, you can pick these up for relatively cheap. Just not too many people go for it simply because it is an Umbro rather than a Nike, Adidas, or Puma. The next shoe I have here is the Mizuno Wave Ignitus 2, and this kind of just shows how varied kangaroo leather shoes can come. There are some more traditional shoes like these three can be considered, but you have shoes like the Mizuno Wave Ignitus 2 that do feature a kangaroo leather vamp on the forefoot and front of the shoe area, but I wouldn't really consider this shoe to be a kangaroo leather feel, simply because you have all these rubber and what they call them, bio panels on the Mizuno Wave Ignitus 2, and it kind of really does change the overall feel. You're still going to get that softness when you slide it onto your foot, but as far as the touch is concerned, it's not going to be an overly soft touch on the ball. That being said, this is still a very, very good shoe and one of my personal favorites to actually wear out there on the field. I really do like the Wave Ignitus 2. And that's it for these options, and we'll go on to a couple more. Alright, these last three shoes are from companies that are arguably not as popular in the soccer shoe world, either because they're not well known enough or they're just too new to the soccer world for people to give them a chance. But like I said, it's not just Nike and Adidas and Puma who are making really good quality stuff. Companies like Warrior, companies like Asics, and even Under Armour make some really good quality kangaroo leather soccer shoes. The first one I have here is the Warrior Screamer K-Lite. It's not even out yet. You can pre-order it now. But as far as it being released to the public, it's not out yet. There is a full review on my website if you do want to check that out. And this features a kangaroo leather upper that runs all the way here. and you have the entire instep being Kangaroo leather as well. It's of the thinner variety, like a little bit like the Puma King Finale SL, a little bit thicker though, but offers a really soft touch on the ball and close to the foot feel, which is really what I like about this shoe. Like I said, if you want to try something a little bit more modern but still want that Kangaroo leather upper, the Warrior Screamer K-Lite is definitely something that you may want to take a look at. The next shoe I have here is the Asics DS Lite 5, and this is a really great option because it's super comfortable, offers some arch support, is available in wide fit or regular fit. So again, for wider footed players, this is a great option. And the Kangaroo leather they do have here, while there's not a lot, there's enough here to where it really does offer a really soft touch on the ball in the forefoot and toe area of the shoe. The leather on here is really, really soft, like I said, nice and comfortable. And the overall shoe itself, it's nice and lightweight and just feels really good on feet. Especially again, if you're looking for a little bit cheaper option. Again, having the option to buy a wide fitted version is very, very good for players that do need a wider shoe. The last shoe I have here is the Under Armour Hydra Strike 2 Pro, and this features a Kangaroo leather upper with the H2OI treatment. And this is kind of a treatment so that it doesn't absorb as much water, and I definitely can say that it does have an effect on the leather. It definitely doesn't take in as much water as an untreated leather would take, but it really does do a good job. It offers a really nice soft touch, and overall this is just a very, very comfortable shoe. It's fully lined and suede here in the heel, and you have the 4D foam insole in here, which is really, really soft. And like I said, this is easily one of the more comfortable shoes that I've worn this year, simply because of how nice and cushioned it is all the way through. And again, you get that nice Kangaroo leather touch on the ball. Again, the laces are offset, so you have a fully exposed instep area. Really good quality, and again, you can pick them up for fairly cheap just because they aren't as mainstream. That's pretty much it as far as modern Kangaroo leather soccer shoes are concerned and what your options are. These are some of the ones that I wanted to showcase today. Obviously, there are other options. Some of the shoes that come to mind: the Mizuno Morelia Neo, the Puma Powercat 112 or the 112 SL. There's all kinds of different options out there. Like I said, I can't include everything in the same video, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've ever tried a Kangaroo leather shoe. If not, why haven't you? Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this particular subject, and hopefully I did help you kind of clarify what type of shoe that you are looking for. And if you were looking for a Kangaroo leather shoe, I hope I kind of helped you decide a little bit easier what you are looking for. Again, if you want reviews on any of these shoes that you saw in the video, go ahead and click the link in the description to soccerreviewsforyou.com, and you will find full written reviews for all of the shoes showcased. Other than that, guys, if you could leave a like, it would be greatly appreciated. If you do have any other questions not related to the video, go ahead and leave that on my Facebook page. There will be a link in the description of that. And as always, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.